Hey, what's up, everyone? Welcome to Pound for Pound TV. This is Michael, and it's been a while, but I'm back. Somewhat flying under the radar of many boxing observers and even some of the more ardent boxing aficionados is the quiet achiever from Mexico, Rey
Vargas,
who is set to challenge for the vacant WBC World Junior Lightweight title this coming February 11th at the Alamo Dome in San Antonio, Texas against Texan native Sharky Foster. This will be Vargas's bid to become a 3-division champ, and for Foster, who is ranked number 3 in the world at 130 pounds and the WBC mandatory, he'll be looking to make it 10 wins on the trot and to become one of the major belt holders in the super featherweight division that by the end of February will see all the major titles respectively split 4 ways. Rey Vargas sits atop a killer's row and a veritable who's who of dangerous fighters that can make any night standing across from them in the ring absolute misery. Just in the top 10 of current featherweight contenders, you'll find the names of Figueroa, Magsayo, Lara, Navarrete, who's also moving north from 126 pounds, Wood, Dogbo, Warrington, and lurking just outside the top 10, guys like Gonzalez, Martinez, Ramirez, and Conlon are all itching to get in the mix. Vargas looks set to leave the featherweight division for good, possibly, but one thing's for sure, he's jumped from the frying pan and straight into the fire. Vargas leaves a division full of sharks and into another division just as filled to the brim with them. I could go on with cliched analogies and idioms until I'm blue in the face, but Vargas's first challenge at 130 pounds is a huge litmus test against one of the top 5 guys. That top 5 includes guys like Oscar Valdez, Sher Khan Rakhimov, and Joe Cordina. I would add the number 1 ranked Shakur Stevenson, but I doubt he's coming back down to super featherweight. With a record of 36 wins, no losses or draws, and 22 of those victories coming by way of KO, Vargas has shown consistency as a pro and as a champion, and captured his first minor title of the 4 main and globally recognized boxing organizations way back in early 2012. He has since, in more than a decade of activity preceding this achievement, been involved in no less than 16 championship bouts of varying degrees, with 7 of those being successful major title victories. In his last bout, a split decision victory over Mark Magsayo, Vargas proved that he can come back from tasting the canvas, something he's had to do on numerous occasions, to see out the remainder of the match and clutch victory. This was Magsayo's first defense of his, at the time, WBC featherweight title, a title that he took off Gary Russell Jr. at arguably an opportune time, given Russell's sporadic activity, only to lose it to a more versatile, crafty, durable, and more experienced Rey Vargas. Oh, Sharky Ice Water Foster must have felt like that was exactly what was splashed in his face immediately after his split decision loss and only second career loss to Puerto Rican-born Rolando Chinea back in 2016. Things only got worse for Foster when the lure of street drama sucked him in and landed him in trouble with the law in his native Texas. But wait, there's more. Around the time of his lockup, Hurricane Harvey came crashing through Texas, bringing devastation in its wake as well as flooding that affected many of the inmates in the state facilities and leaving them standing in knee-high water as well as plunging them and much of the state in darkness, including Foster, who once made the claim that for a week and a half during this time, it was so dark he couldn't see his hands. Sheesh, aside from that, Mrs. Lincoln, how was the play? Thankfully, Providence would come into Foster's life whilst inside, and it came in the form of watching Terence Crawford on the TV. Watching Crawford fight brought clarity, yearning for change and focus into Foster's life, and something he would commit to once released. See, Bud always delivering the goods. After his release and a few short round tune-up fights later, Foster took on rising prospect John Fernandez in 2018. Many believed that Fernandez would be too much for Foster, but a reinvigorated Foster came more centered and disciplined. All of it paying off, and on the night, Fernandez was soundly beaten. It has been all victory since for Foster, and along the way, he has picked up numerous minor WBC and WBA titles, eventually putting himself in line for this opportunity at a major belt. 19 wins with 11 by KO, no draws, and 2 losses in what seems like a lifetime ago. Foster is a different fighter now. A switch-hitting, pure boxer with quick hands and decent movement around the ring, Foster is also at home at super featherweight, where he has spent most of his pro career. He'll hope to welcome Vargas to the division with a little face painting, courtesy of his jab, made possible by superior reach over Ray Vargas. Foster will look to be elusive and counter where he's able to, and hope that Vargas will overcommit on shots, being the taller guy, and maybe fall for a few traps along the way. Will the plan come together? If I'm wrong, I'm happy to shove an angry scorpion down my jocks. I'm going to be honest, this was a tough one to pick, but I'm going with Vargas. I think O'Shaquie will give Vargas all sorts of trouble early on, but Vargas has a way of surviving close bouts and coming on strong towards the tail end of a fight. He's got more experience with going the full distance in 12-round fights, and that will be important in this bout. The bookies have Vargas as favourite, but an upset here wouldn't surprise me in the least. Regardless, let's hope the judging is fair and honest and the right man gets the nod. I'm going with Vargas on points. Remember to jab that like, share, subscribe, and notification bell. Check out our Patreon page to become a Patreon family member where you will receive some cool perks. If you're looking for some new threads, we've got t-shirts, hoodies, and much more. So head on over to our Michael A. Kobe Pound for Pound TV stores. They can be found on Redbubble and Spreadshop. Join me on my travels and head on over to my other YouTube channel titled Barefoot and Free. There you can follow me as I traverse the many parts of our planet and occasionally get into a spot of bother. Nonetheless, it's always fun and entertaining. If you're struggling with some of life's obstacles and challenges, my book, How to Get Out of Life Traps, might just be the answer that you're looking for to help guide you through the difficult times. It's helped many get past some of their darkest moments, and it might do the same for you. You can purchase it on Amazon, where you can also find a wide range of my other works. Those works include screenplay to book adaptations, a fairly unique concept, with genres covering comedy, heist and revenge, drama, supernatural and crime, if that's more your cup of tea. You can find them by following the link provided. Thank you for watching Pound for Pound TV. Please remember to subscribe and hit that notification bell for future updates. See you in the next one.